Hello, and welcome to the Hidden Gems Show, the show where we interview local business owners from around the world. I'm your host, Safir Jamal, and today I am joined by my friend Mimo, who's joining us from Bansko, Bulgaria. Hey, Mimo, how's it going?
Thank you so much, man. It's going perfectly well.
Nice, nice. So Mimo, I'd love to learn a little bit more about you because we first met when I was in Bansko a couple of months ago, and I actually came into your barber
Mm.
shop because I needed a haircut and a nice lineup on my beard at the time. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe tell us a little bit about how you came to Bansko and what your story is that brought you to the point to launch Vanilla Barbershop.
Okay, what brought me to Bansko back in 2021, me and my fiance, we were we came across on a advertising because normally we're supposed to be in Sofia, but we came across on a advertising for properties. So we came here in Bansko back in 2021, and we really forgot how is it because that was the last time that I was in Bansko. Maybe it was 15 years ago. So I really love the place because it's super natural. You know how is it? You have been there a few
Beautiful.
times. It's so clean. It's beautiful. So I straight away I fall in love in this place. So we decided to open and see how the properties are going because the property that we are looking for, it was not exactly in Bansko, but in Razlov, which is like 5 kilos distance from Bansko. So we liked one apartment. We decided that we'll go ahead and buy it. So the first 2 years we were still living in Sofia, going back and forth to Bansko just for vacations. But last year, luckily, we became parents with my wife. So we have now our baby boy, and we decided to move to Bansko because it's better place, to raise a baby. It's the air is so clean, the food is better, everything is better, life is so easy and simple. So that was the main reason that we came to Bansko. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that's great. Well, congratulations. I mean, it sounds like a nice new chapter for you and your family. And so tell me how you decided to open up the barbershop then. How long has it been?
So far, 7 months. So I
Okay.
have opened it last December, like end of December, and so far 7 months, and yeah, things are going pretty well.
Awesome, awesome. So the name of the business is Vanilla Barbershop, right?
It's Vanilla Barbershop, as you can see on the t-shirt
Nice,
here. It's Vanilla
nice.
Barbershop.
Awesome. All right, so I got to ask you, where does the
Yeah,
name Vanilla Barbershop come from?
yeah. I love that because everyone is keep asking me this. First of all, the idea was to have a name which is like easy to remember. And every time you say why vanilla? So like this, you remember this is some like marketing trick, first of all. But
Yeah,
anyways, the joke. So since I was a really young boy, I was obsessed about vanilla. Like I remember my mother, she was doing some kind of cookies and stuff, and she was using, vanilla powders or drops. And every time I was crossing in the kitchen, and when I feel that smell, I was feeling like I'm in heaven. So it's every time going to my mother and take this. Also, my sister, they supposed to use like a lip balms with taste of vanilla. So I was maybe 5 years old and I was eating them. Can you imagine? So when the period came, to choose name for my business, I was thinking, and then just came like that Vanilla Barbershop would be the best name for my business.
I love it. I love it. And do you use any type of vanilla scented products when you're giving haircuts and shaves to your customers?
I do also my customers when they come across into my barber shop, they will always feel the smell of vanilla because the air fragrances are exactly vanilla and they're like pure natural oils. Like I'm not using chemicals, so for sure, yes. So they'll enjoy the vanilla waves coming from all around.
I love it. I love it. You heard it first. Go to Bansko and get a nice vanilla inspired hair treatment. So that's
Exactly.
awesome.
Exactly.
Nice, nice. I
Yeah.
like that you're staying on brand. It's good. Next time you should call
Yeah.
it chocolate barbershop and it might be something totally different with different scents and maybe even a taste sample as well.
You
So that'll
never
be cool.
know. That's the other thing that I love. Like I'm a sweet person, so I love sweets. So definitely, why not? Maybe chocolate.
Amazing, amazing. That's awesome. So, Mimo, tell me, I mean, as a new business owner in Bansko over the last 7 months,
Mhm.
what are your
Mhm.
thoughts on the the nomad community or even like the consumers that you have in Bansko? Like, what does the Bansko community overall look like from the perspective of a business owner?
I must say that I see that it's growing. It's getting bigger and bigger, to be honest, and that makes me really happy because I didn't mention that me and my wife we were living in the UK for a while. So I really love to be about UK. What I loved that it was super international. You've been there, so I guess, so you know
Yeah,
how is it again. It's a
yeah,
lot of full of different culture, different people from different parts of the world, and that was the thing that I really missed when I came back in Bulgaria. So Bansko really, really, it's place number one for living because it's full of nomads. It's super international, and I must say, because I see the growing since 2021 till now, it's really growing, mm, skyrocketing numbers, I must say, and that just can make me happy, to be honest.
that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We've already seen so much activity happening in Bansko, and it's just more and more every
Yes,
year. More and more people know
yes,
about this amazing place. They're going, they're visiting, they're spending longer
no,
periods than they expected to spend there.
yes.
I've been there several times. I think it's a magical place, very unique destination, beautiful scenery. So I understand the appeal, which is great, and you're there living it, so that's
Once
cool.
you come to Basco, you never, it will be your last time. Trust me, man. Trust me.
I can see that. And then, what do you
Yeah.
think, I guess, as a business owner in Bansko, are there any unique
Mhm.
situations or any unique challenges that you think you encounter?
Mm, of course, in business, always there is some unique like days and stuff. But for me, as a business owner, I must say that I see that Bansko is growing, and there are also a lot of people. Like I must say that I'm almost every day I'm fully booked, and because by this time I'm working by myself, I have a partner who is now on the seaside. However, now I'm alone and I'm almost fully booked. So the people, are crossing by. Hey, can I get a haircut? So I'm like, you need to get appointments for it, and maybe tomorrow
Right.
or the day after. So if some of future like residents of Bansko decide to do business there, and if it's good in his role that he's doing, I think he will be successful.
Okay. It's interesting because you mentioned that a lot of people are just passing by, and that's how they're
Yeah,
asking for appointments. Do you have
yeah.
a prominent location that is like high traffic, or how are you getting most of your customers?
So in the beginning, it was actually like, how is it when it's a brand new business? You are staying, you're trying to do some kind of commercials. You're trying to, to people get know you. So
Yeah.
in the beginning, I was even recently, I'm working both of the types. Like you have regular customers who are just passing by, or just who are already knows me, or they found me through Google and just call me, WhatsApp me. So both of the types I'm using.
Got it. Got it. So people are finding you through Google and also just finding you
Mhm.
as they walk by. Is that it?
Yes, 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 yes.
Nice. Well, I mean, clearly it's working because it sounds like you're fully booked all the time. So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. That's awesome. Uh,
Yeah.
I want to ask, maybe a different type of question. So I want to know your favorite part about being a business owner.
Um, to be honest, the favorite part to be a business owner is, I'm gonna tell it like this. So I'm gonna turn it back around. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a few days ago, I was asking myself why I didn't did this earlier. Because the feeling to be independent, to have like not to have boss on your own, like who needs, to have, for example, you need to be nicely tied up, dressed, or maybe shave beard
Yeah.
to remove your beard, or maybe be on the exact time and exact place. That makes you more stable, that makes you more confident, that makes you more calm, because all of these things that I had back in the days, to wake up earlier 1 hour in advance in order to be there on time, and
Right.
all of this, I don't have them now. It's so much better for me. But in the same time, you're as a business owner, you have more things to do, of course, and more roles that you need to open every single day, and more how to say, more, if you know what I mean, you understand me. Every day you have different types of things that you have to do.
Totally.
But
Of
in the
course.
end, worth it. In the end, worth it. In the end, I do the first thing that is rule number one, I do something that I love. Because back in the days, always, and I believe most of the people, they work something that they don't love it that much, but they
Yeah.
do it because financially they need to be, more better, way better. But I think sounds commercial, but trust me, you have to do really what you love to do. This is for
I
me, it's the best.
yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that
Yeah.
that's great advice to anybody who's always going to pursue their passion. And life's too
Yeah.
short. You got to do what you love, right? That's it.
It is. It is. It is. I agree with you.
Yeah. And tell me, what is that you love so much about the work that you do?
Well, I didn't have the chance. Actually, I'm gonna use this question quickly just to tell
Yeah,
to the people
of
how I
course.
became a barber. Again, we
Yeah.
were back in youth, and we were working. Me and my wife, we were working on one private island in UK. So it was really like a, I would say castaway island because it was 30 miles into the ocean. So
Okay.
we didn't
Cool.
have like barber shops or stuff. We had just one grocery shop, one pub, and one cafe. That's it. So
Jeez.
by this time, I was going every week or two to make my beard because the people can see that I'm already here. It's gone, but I have beard. So every week or other, I was going to the barbers to make my beard, and I'm half Egyptian, so it's maybe it was in my blood. And with the time, I already started to learn how to do the beard by myself. To fade it, to make the shape really nice and tight. So with the time I started to do the beard, I even bought to myself a blade. So I was doing with the blade by myself. So all of my colleagues, they started to ask me, "Who did the beard to you? It's so nice, man, so sharp." And I was like, "Me and myself and I." So I started slowly to do my colleagues one, second, third, and the fourth colleague said to me, "Can you do also the hair and the beard?" So slowly, I just started, and everyone
Okay.
was keep saying me, "Man, you're doing really good with this. Why you don't think more professionally?" So I really think about it, and when I came back from UK, I made the certificate. I went to make the course for the almost few months. So here I am now. And with the
Amazing.
time, I realized that I love the job more and more. Moreover, just to explain something else,
Yeah.
uh, back in 1999, I was 9 years old, and me and my family were in Turkey. So my mother told me a story that we had accommodation for because we were there for a few months. However, and this building, the first floor, there was on the ground floor, there was a barber shop. So I was staying there the entire day and I was watching the barbers, how they are working. So
Wow.
I got it since I was a baby, maybe.
Wow. So you just absorbed all of that knowledge just by watching them at a young age.
I guess, but it's not
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
about watching. Yeah, because when I started, first of all, I was watching just a lot of YouTube and TikTok videos, and trust me,
Wow.
when you when you catch it, it's not the same like when you see it.
Yeah, of course, of course. No, I can totally imagine. And I mean, as I've shown you before as well, when you're shaping yourself versus even shaping somebody else, it's actually a totally different technique. So I can totally imagine once
Yeah.
you're actually dealing with real customers, it changes completely. So, wow, very,
Yeah.
very cool, very interesting. And so to wrap up here, Mimo, how can people find out more about Vanilla Barbershop?
How they can find more?
Yeah, if they want to learn more, they want to come check you out. How should they kind of learn more about you?
Basically, as I mentioned, so I have a Google account. When they just type Vanilla Barbershop Bansko, they can see my exact location and my contact number, so they can always WhatsApp me, contact me straight away, or just pass by to my barbershop and ask me whatever they need to ask.
Perfect. And they can't miss it. They'll just
I'm
smell all
always
the
saying,
vanilla. All the vanilla will guide
yeah.
them towards your shop.
My door is always open. It's not necessary to be just customers. They can pass by just for a cup of coffee, and if they need any information regarding Bansko, regarding some nice restaurant or stuff like that. I'm positive person. So as I mentioned, I'm looking forward, to speak with different kind. And this is the other thing that I love about my barbershop because like maybe 60% of my customers are super international. I had people from Chile, from New Zealand, from Australia, from
Wow.
US, from Canada, obviously.
Yeah,
So
very
yeah,
cool.
so.
Wow. So you've heard it here first. When you're in Bansko, Bulgaria, make sure to stop by at Mimo's shop, Vanilla Barbershop. And if you're looking for a haircut, a shave, that's great. If you want to smell some vanilla, that's good. But more importantly, you're going to meet this amazing gentleman here, and you've got a friend in Bansko waiting for you. So yeah, thanks a lot, Mimo. Really, really appreciate your time, and looking forward to hopefully coming by and stopping by the shop another time when I'm back in town.
Same. Thank you so much, and it was pleasure speaking with you. And I wish to all the people who will watch this, best of luck in everything what they do. Uh, love yourself, treat yourself well because life is too short. And don't forget, be positive, always with smile on your face. Doesn't matter what is happening.
Wonderful. Amazing words to end on. Cool. Thank you.